Alright, what is going on YouTube? So today in this vlog I have a special guest, psychologist Ari Williams.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, Yep,
Good.
I'm good.
So we wanted to talk about anger today. How you can deal with anger. What is anger? I don't know. We're all familiar with it. Maybe you can tell us more about it. Alright? What is anger?
Anger is a certain emotion that you feel towards something which is, I feel it's detrimental towards your growth and progress unless you know how to handle it in a certain way. I find it's relatively pointless unless you know how to redirect it into another emotion or use it, an example towards determination or something like that to move and grow towards avoiding that situation again or making the most of that situation, educating yourself from it.
So what do you mean determination?
So say if something's making you angry, you should be using that anger as an emotion and channeling that towards your determination to overcome that obstacle that you're facing rather than dwelling on it and having, say, a tantrum and throwing things or something like that.
Yeah, I certainly have a lot of tantrums. Not really in front of anyone,
Yeah.
but sometimes something will piss me off and I'll just go into my room and just be like, shit! Or something.
Yeah, we do. We do generally
yeah.
do that. It's pretty common, I suppose. Like, if you're not breaking anything, I suppose it's okay. Like, to get that release out. Mine's generally just like putting in my headphones and just listening to death metal just gets it out. So that's kind of my release when I'm angry.
That's it.
Yeah, I just listen to death metal, just really angry music.
So no drywall gets damaged when
No.
you're angry.
Nah,
No, that's good.
really. I just go to the gym or something like that. You know, so
Yeah.
yeah.
I've noticed anger can ruin a career. A lot of people, you know, if they're not dealing with anger in the right way, it can just compound,
Yeah.
and then next thing you know, they hit their wife or whatever.
Yeah.
It just goes out of control.
Yeah. Yeah, I find that anger goes hand in hand with stress, essentially. So the more
Yeah.
things that are built up, the more angrier you're going to get because the situation is more stressful and your reaction is going to be higher, essentially. So the more angry you are, the more detrimental the reaction is going to be to like smaller things. So
Smaller things,
yeah,
not big things.
Yeah, so the bigger things, definitely you'll be angry and things like that, but I feel like the smaller things will be more obvious that you'll be getting angry at. You can be more self-aware by noticing that you're getting angry at small things such as, I don't know, like the way that like your normal commute to work is, or like if you've done it every day for the past 3 weeks, why are you angry at it today? You know, there's got to be some underlying issue. So that's the way I think about it anyway.
Have you ever had trouble controlling it?
Yeah, definitely. I find when I was like a teenager and when I was younger, I had a lot of depression, a lot of issues like that. So then the anger was generally like very uncontrollable towards like people around me that liked me and things like that. Like I just had like no real choice, and it was just like over the smallest of issues. And it's because I just let a bunch of small issues pile up and just become one big issue. Essentially, I wasn't facing things head on. I wasn't as self-aware as I am now of how I feel and how I approach various situations, basically, and problems and overcoming things. So I felt that, like, you know, I was getting angry a lot of time, and I was like, I couldn't really control it and things like that. But it was at a point where I just get so angry that I just fall straight into a depression, basically. So, yeah, it was pretty bad.
Right.
But now I feel like the way I deal with my anger is I just reevaluate why I'm angry, and I just notice like, okay, so I'm angry because of this. What else am I angry for? Or if it's just this one thing, how can I overcome this or avoid coming to this situation again? Because you can use it as, like I said, determination to reflect on the situation, educate yourself and grow from what's happened instead of getting angry and just going round in circles, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you said it's linked to stress. Is it linked to anything else?
Yeah, I'd say it's linked to like extreme emotions like sadness and things like that, and also like mental issues and stuff. So I feel like stress is the big one, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and like with stress as well, like stress and anger go hand in hand, and they're both like kind of pointless. Like if you could live without them, that'd be great. So if you don't know how to control those things, then your life is just going to spin out of control.
So how could you live without stress?
Become like a yoga instructor on like an island somewhere. I don't know. I'd say stress, like you can't live without it, but you can definitely lower it by like all means possible as well. And by lowering it, I mean like planning everything. So making sure that everything is planned and like setting aside certain things that make you angry. It's like, okay, I'm going to sort that out in 2 days, or I'm going to sort that out tomorrow, or in a week's time, and setting out a time when you're going to do it, so then you don't have to worry about it until then. Because if you know you're going to do it then, just like don't worry about it until then.
Right. Yeah, I've got that problem. Like for example, I've got this bill, it's electricity bill, right? It's $550 for a month, and I'm like, no way is that possible. So I'm just in this constant battle with this energy provider, and I'm gonna get really upset if I do not win. And I find myself thinking about this problem throughout my day, and like you said, I should have a time slot to actually think about it and respond.
Yeah, definitely. And when you start setting up those time slots, your life becomes a lot more organized, and your routine is a lot easier to work around. Another thing that helps is when you set up that time slot is staying occupied until that time, or else it'll be lingering on your mind basically, and you'll be wanting to solve it. Unless you can solve it then and then, you just got to set a time, basically.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes I have something like a medium to big problem, and I feel like my life is sort of put on hold at that point. I'm like, I can't be happy until I finish fixing this problem. But obviously that's not the right way to think.
I mean, is it like impossible to fix it? Or?
No, absolutely not.
No? Okay.
It's easily fixed.
Well, then you should just
But
go...
it's just the time that you have to put in to fix that thing.
Yeah, just
you worry about.
Just put in the time. Just do it. Yeah, just do it, and then afterwards you'll be happy and you'll be grateful for what you've done. Because if that thing is like stopping everything and stopping all emotions, then it seems like it's probably the most important thing in your life at that point in time, regardless. Because that's what will affect everyone else around you as well. It's not essentially being selfish if it's something that's like detrimenting to you. If you're gonna like put all your emotions, negative emotions that you feel from this, outwards to everyone else, because then that's infecting everyone else as well.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's kind of like you give off your energy to other people and they feel it.
Exactly, and also you'll start lashing out at other people and stuff like that. No one wants to be lashed out at.
Yeah, I notice when I have all my problems solved and I'm actually actively sorting them out, people are more attracted and want to hang out with me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, of course, because you're just giving off a better energy and you're smiling more and things like that, and people, like, it's noticeable. You know, it's very noticeable. Like, when someone's like really down and things like that, people are so reluctant to help because it's like so hard to be around them at points of time and things like that, you know? So like it's definitely noticeable, and especially if someone's like getting angry all the time and like throwing tantrums and stuff, like you don't want to be around that person. You know what I mean? You don't want to be around a drama queen at a club that just blows up at everything, or like a guy that just like destroys everything around him just like for the sake of him being angry at one thing, ticking him off basically. So yeah.
Okay, well, I learnt a lot about anger and
Yeah.
stress and how we can deal with it.
Cool.
Hopefully you guys did too. Thank you again. Psychologist Ari Williams.
No worries.
Alright.
Thank you for the milk.
It's alright. You're a great doctor. You deserve it.
Thank you very much.
Alright. Goodbye.